Hi there, I hope everything is great with you. You know, many people they go to work dreaming with their holidays or even their retirement. A friend of mine used to say resurrection meant Fridays, when people would go back to life. Yeah. However, I have met a lot of people who simply love their job. They can work 10 hours a day, weekends, and they feel so alive. What's it with both types of people? Do the first time really have such a bad job, or is the second time that lucky they found the perfect gig? Let me think in a different way, because I too had jobs that seemed like a big coffin and other jobs that were wonderful. First, I do feel it's a question of attitude from my side. The good and bad jobs were met with a different way of thinking. An interesting example of a job I found bad was that I didn't like the person with whom I was working. By seeing others who worked in the same department, it was a big open department, and the boss was a great guy, I'm sure if I had a better coworker, my perception would be better and I would enjoy it. Or I could have had a different attitude and come closer to them, taking that nice energy from others and work with my coworker in a more relaxed way. Second, there is a fine line between what you get from an occupation and what you spend with it. With the pandemic and the shift to home working, many people realized how much money they were spending to get similar results. And what about the emotional, mental, and physical expense implied in the commuting? I worked in Chile for some time, and my second position there was in a company in which the salary was not great. But one thing that made me love it was the fact that I was close to home. I used to go walking and appreciate the beautiful Santiago downtown. Go there, it's very nice. Related to the former aspect, it's also helpful to have a good boss. In the case of my time in Santiago, my boss was incredible. When he realized I was not a good salesman, which was not a difficult realization, he promoted me to be a boss. Good, right? I became a very good boss, and it was a learning experience that is still treasured in my mind. And if you don't have a good boss, well, there are alternatives. An old story talked about a person who really hated her boss, so she decided to prepare a very nice curriculum vitae for him. And she sent around to many companies, helping him to get a good position outside. Eventually, she was freed from a bad boss, and he was happy to get a better position. Back to the first point, attitude is everything. So if you have a job that's not good, work on your attitude and on alternatives to the things you don't like there. If you have a wonderful job, learn and keep this experience with you all the time. Okay then, see you next week. So bye bye, take care.